you saying that?
This is a real serious, baby.
Just as a little... Well, we're finally doing video, guys.
I think.
We've got it all set up. Right now, well, I mean...
This is bare bones right now.
Bare bones of what we're going to have. Turns out the two smaller cameras that we ordered haven't come in.
Won't be here for a couple days.
When it said, what, 2-day shipping?
2-day shipping, and it's been 3 days.
That's nice.
Come on, guys. Making me false hope. We don't need that. Hey, look how cool that is.
Right.
Yeah, both of us.
On video.
Sweet. All right. Dude, what?
It's weird.
Wait, let me make sure that this is good.
What?
So we can have quality.
What, the audio on there? Is that what you're talking about?
No, just check it.
The camera view?
Yeah.
I got you. Is it good?
Well, we're by ourselves again this week, but
that's
it's
just
by
'cause-
choice. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, it wasn't like we were just like, Matt, don't come. It was just literally just like, it's Sunday. We usually tell him Thursday, so we're going to continue recording on Thursday.
He
This
said
is
he'd
just-
help, not that he's dedicating his life to it. So
Yes, exactly.
we're already thankful for the time that he gives us on Thursdays.
Exactly. Well, guys, it's a scary time to be alive. I know.
Scary, scary.
It is scary, dude. What a first thing to talk about on video, dude. The
Corona?
Roni virus.
What'd you just call it?
The Roni virus.
The Roni.
Yeah.
Do people call Coronas that? That sounds familiar.
Nope.
Or is that just something you say?
The Modelo virus.
The what?
The Modelo virus.
The Dos Equis virus?
Yeah, exactly. The Bud Light Lime.
What is that new one? The new, something came with the new seltzer that the Post Malone. Oh, is it Bud Light Seltzer?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for that commercial.
He's doing some really funny commercials.
Dude, he is. He's a funny guy.
Right, I like him.
Dude, have you seen him on the H3 podcast? Because, guys, we love podcasts, so.
You're looking at
we
a
love
camera
podcasts.
now. Podcasts.
Podcast is life. I wonder if it's even catching me. Can you go over there, see if it's
I
good?
saw when you were sitting and it looked like it.
Does it look good? Yeah.
I'll go.
I mean, I just don't want it to be like one of us are cut out or both of us, because you're perfectly in frame where you were. Sorry, guys. This is technical difficulties, but this is. All right, I'm getting. Okay, cool. And I'll even kind of scoot in a little bit. So, well, yeah, like I was saying, scary time to be alive. But I mean, people are also freaking out for nothing, and that's something that we have to realize is like, this shit happens, dude. This shit happens. I mean, you had a couple things that you pulled up as far as like, this might scare you, but this is to keep you informed, and it's something that we can breeze through. I think to be afraid, you should be like, really, you don't have health insurance. Also, you're elderly. Well, also you're elderly.
I actually just got denied Medicaid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you?
It's because, here's the thing.
Live in a household income of over... Okay.
No. See, here's the thing. I filed separately on taxes.
Yep.
Because she doesn't file me as a dependent anymore because I'm not in school.
Okay.
So we thought we would just send in, my insurance information separate to apply for Medicaid.
Surrogate. Yep.
What are you looking at, bro?
Just making sure.
Just
I'm
calm
literally
down.
being anal about it. Sorry.
Calm down.
I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, that was very asshole-ish. Continue. I'm sorry.
But so
I'm
we...
so sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm
so sorry.
so sorry. Okay. Do you want me to kill myself in front of you? For a second. All right. Continue.
After the podcast. I could get in trouble if I have that filmed.
I took katana and Anyways.
So basically, yeah, we filed, since I wasn't a dependent anymore, we just filed my insurance, my medical insurance application for Medicaid. But apparently, since it got denied because my mom didn't send in her annual income information, which is not relevant to me.
Yeah.
But So
Well, you're
they're just
living
trying to just trying to make it hard so that they don't have to pay for my medical insurance.
Yes, that's true. But also, I think it's because you live in a household and you're also under 26. Because I'm getting kicked off my parents' insurance this year, so I had to find something. I have to find something that works, for this next year.
Yeah.
So I have to, or else I'm fucked. But it's all right, because why worry? Why are we worrying? But
because we could all die at any second.
we could, dude. It literally.
But we won't.
What? Hey, let me put this in perspective. We could die from an asteroid. Why freak out over something that has very low percentage chance of killing us? Why freak out? When something for sure could kill us, 100%.
Like the coronavirus.
Yeah. All right, dude, quit. You're
I'm bringing it back full circle.
yeah. We're actually scared. We here at the Surrealists
Are sponsored
very
by
scared.
coronavirus.
Yes, the sponsor. That's the name. That's the
It's
name.
gonna be up
That's
in
the
this-
name of the episode.
Right up in here, we'll put it.
That's
right in the
that's the
video.
name of the episode.
Coronavirus
right
logo.
up there.
Okay.
A logo for the coronavirus.
Dude, that's your challenge for this episode is you have to make a thumbnail and a coronavirus
And a
logo.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Like a team.
I'll
Like
do
put
it.
it on a jersey.
Yeah. I could do it, dude. That wouldn't be a problem.
We could, dry mouth. We could give it a try.
Do you want this?
I don't know where my thing you can put in my mouth.
This is sponsored by Gamer Grip Dry Hand Formula. Trevor's gonna put it in his mouth right now.
It tastes. I mean, it smells like gum.
No.
It's like a spearmint or some shit.
Oh God. It tastes like.
You have a
it
problem
tastes
with
like
that.
it's.
No,
I
just
also
stop.
said
You have
it-
a problem with everything.
Smells like
facts?
smells like athlete's foot.
You are athlete's foot.
All right.
If you opened like a thesaurus
Yeah.
and there was a picture,
Of athlete's foot.
no, it'd just be like, this is the picture of the guy that would have it.
Oh. Yeah, I had it when I was younger.
So did I.
Yeah, dude, we wrestled.
Yeah, you get it.
And also, dude, I had ringworm. That was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That was really bad.
I
Dude,
have never had it.
wrestling was just awful.
There was a couple kids on my wrestling team that had ringworm, but I
Yeah.
never got it, thankfully.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
gross,
shitty,
man.
dude. They're shitty. My buddy had it under his eye.
It's better than MRSA, though.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. MRSA is literally disgusting and will kill you. Like,
And it can just happen from what? People's sweat getting in your cuts, right?
I think it's a
That's all it
bacteria that
takes.
grows on the wall. So I don't know.
Well, it can it happens, like, that's why they want you to take a shower right after practice. It's because you have
Yeah.
other people's sweat on you.
Yeah. That's true.
I think
that's
you
true.
can get it. It might be something that grows in the showers, too. Well, not athlete's foot. I'm talking about MRSA.
It was definitely could have been on the mats though, dude. That was
That
like the
too,
big thing.
if you don't clean it properly.
Yeah, 100%. And those mats were sitting on those rollers all the time. So those rollers could have been touching the ground, could have, whatever. And they acted like their solution for like mopping was always the best solution. And I was like, yeah, then why does it happen?
We put ours on really thick.
Did you?
Our guy had to have gotten the ringworm from a meat.
Could have been, yeah.
It had to have been because
Yeah,
no one else got it.
I think my friend got it from the meat too, because we were pretty good about making sure every single inch was done. We'd flip over the mats, do it, and then do it one last time.
Oh, and you'd soak that too.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they had that like. Did you have that like pump mop?
No, we brought like an actual mop bucket into there and with solution. So,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
ours had like a gallon of solution in it,
no.
so you could like pump up. It was like a Swiffer almost,
Oh,
but
no.
you could
Yeah.
leave like a 1/4 inch of solution behind if
Yeah.
you're going. So it'd fully.
Well, I remember our wrestling mats in high school were really good. They were really good, like really well, like good quality. But like our middle school ones were shit. Those were the ones. That's when I got ringworm. Was in middle school. Now like those mats look sketch, dude. They looked fucking weird, dude.
because they're all like torn up and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They're porous.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't clean 'em
exactly.
right.
Fucking ringworms just like chilling on there, just like, all right, bruh, just land on me. just land on me.
I need a new home.
Yeah,
This place is too flat.
exactly. I'm gonna die if I stay here. All right. Anyways, so we were talking about coronavirus, and I want to hear you had a couple things to talk about, but
I mean, yeah, overall, it was the first confirmed deaths in Thailand, Australia, and the U.S.
Okay, we're in the U.S. though.
I think it was the Rhode Island, unless that's a new confirmed case.
I thought that was
sure.
a new confirmed case. I thought that's what I saw.
But is that when Trump addressed it?
Dude, I have no
think so.
idea, man. Everyone's really pissed off with him though.
Is that new though, or is that's just a common
What do you
thing?
mean?
Everybody's pissed at him.
No, usually people are like, half of them are like, yeah, he's cool, and then the other are like, fuck him, then hope he dies.
What did he do?
But now it's like everyone's like, fuck you, Trump.
What did he do now?
Well, dude, he's just like playing it off like it's nothing, like it's literally like it's like a common cold, you know. Hey, don't worry about it. Which I think, hey, in a way, that's smart. That's a smart tactic. Hey, that calms people down, which needs to be done. But I think it needs to be done in a truthful way. Like, hey, don't worry about it, but worry about it. Well, no. I think the smart thing to say is be aware, but don't be afraid, right? I think that's a good thing to say. When I'm looking at you right now, be aware. Don't be afraid. Okay? That should be reassuring for me to say.
I should be kind of, because there's some people. I work in a Chrysler thing, so they have people going all over the world traveling to China and stuff.
Well, most likely they're not going to be sent there at all for a while.
Not anymore. There were just the people that came back the beginning of this month, I think. There was a big exodus from there because they had a whole work program there for a few months, and so everybody from the U.S. was over there, and they're coming back now.
Yeah.
But nothing's happened, so I doubt it.
Dude, it's not... okay, so...
Happened there where I work.
I did quite a bit of research. So there's like... there's a scale for viruses and diseases. It's called an R naught. Like R naught is the 0, the not symbol. So R naught, NAUGHT. And that's like your identifier of how quickly it can spread and how well it spreads. So you have things like SARS, which is related to coronavirus, which has an R naught of 3.25, which is relatively high. Measles has like a 9.6, which is fucking ridiculous. Or maybe it was smallpox, one of the two. And it has like a 9.6, right? Which is something that's very scary. Measles is something that's very scary because it can cause complications. Now, SARS has a higher spreading rate, but killed itself out. If it's below a certain number, usually it just kills itself out. Like it just like dissipates after a while, right? People get through it. Other people build up immunities. There's this weird thing that we as like people kind of like gain a little immunity to something, right? Before it even hits us, which is very strange. You know, if it stays in a community long enough, it'll like dissipate.
Well, I think that's partially because too, it's like some people get exposed to smaller traces. You know?
Yeah. As it gets smaller and smaller, it dwindles.
And so it's easier the antibodies that most people have are easier to fight than when somebody got exposed to the most intense form of it.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
Or
fresh at the source. Yeah. And
I'm a doctor, so I would know.
Yeah, exactly.
Trevor's
PhD. Yeah, I was gonna say. Dr. Trev. But
DRT
the R naught of coronavirus is like a 1.25, and as a mortality rate, besides of China,
I see I actually have the numbers right here for you.
Was it 1.4%?
There's 2,900 confirmed deaths out of 85,000 cases.
Okay, so that is including China. So take China out of the picture, and it's a 1.4% chance.
This is still really low, anyways.
Yeah, that's still high, but low. You know, that's enough to freak people out.
10% would be 8,500.
Yeah.
So that's a little above 1 or 2%.
Yes.
2,900, probably be around 3%.
And that's incredibly small. Listen to this. Think of all those people that were encountered by those 85,000 people, and they don't have it yet. So that should be a little bit reassuring that if you pass by it, you might not have symptoms at all. Okay? You might have zero symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
You might still be passing it on, but you have zero symptoms, which is also scary because you don't want to get your loved ones sick and whatever. I understand that. But this is a part of life. This is part of being human civilization is we have the ability to travel, and that's very scary because we can pass on these diseases.
Yeah, I didn't understand the way that the the World Health Organization, the WHO, they said it's reached the outbreak's reached its highest level of risk.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that's their highest level of risk, which I doubt. That wouldn't make sense because what if smallpox got out again somehow?
There's no fucking way because we had the Spanish influenza.
Yeah,
100 years ago.
Well, that exactly. So I think they're trying to say is
it's only going to go down from here.
Yeah. Though one of the things is in China. Well, this is the first time ever before that the cases outside of China outnumber the ones in China.
Okay.
And what was the other fact? Also,
China's doing an incredibly good job.
Cases have increased for the past 2 days, though, after a decline. That's after a decline period.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's still good, though.
Yeah, well...
I mean, it's increasing a little bit, but...
That's a scary thing is that, like... I mean, dude, China really is, like, trying their hardest to contain the entire thing. Where they're like telling people like you're not fucking leaving your house kind of thing. Did you hear about that?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
And they're going around in streets. Like, that's the scary part. It's becoming like a just a concern to people. And here's the thing. I have this written down, which is so funny, right? So we had 1999 and 2000. I saw this meme. It wasn't a meme, but it was a picture. 1999 to 2000, Y2K is going to kill us all, right?
Yeah.
Then the year after, anthrax is going to kill us all because there's that anthrax shit that was going around or whatever. Because I think it becomes a sickness once it enters people. It's easily spread or something. Whatever.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I don't really remember exactly, but I was young. I remember I was very young because I was 7 years old in 2001.
Yeah, I probably had better things to think about in kindergarten, like wanting to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same with me, dude. I remember World Trade Centers happened, dude, and I didn't.
I remember that.
I couldn't. Day. Yeah, but I couldn't register it. You know what I mean?
I didn't know
You were too
why.
young. Yes, so. I was just like, day off school, okay. And then once I got older, maybe a year or two later, I actually got very deeply sad about it. You know, where it was like, that's crazy that something like that happened, and that. These people were, you know, let's not go really into that. That's actually a good topic when September 11th.
When Christmas comes around, we're going to talk about 9/11.
No, when September 11th comes around next year or this year. But okay, so then SARS, so West Nile came next year. SARS came maybe the year after. I don't have it exactly every single year, but bird flu, E. coli, swine flu,
H1N1.
Yeah.
Well, that's what H1N1 is.
Swine flu. Yeah.
Ebola.
Yes. Mayan end of the world. North Korea bombing us. Ebola.
The zombie outbreak.
Zika virus. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I almost went into my next note. That was like one of the lists. But yeah, and then we have coronavirus this year. Dude, this happens every year, you know?
Or every other, if it's not on a certain year. If it's a down year.
Yeah. And this is normal. This is normal. I mean, dude, it's just crazy that these last 20 years, like, people have lost their mind. You didn't hear about this before. There was an existential crisis every single year before. Just, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, like...
I don't really. Yeah, I just don't.
And
I don't think about it too much.
We have, here's one. North Korea, I found this article. North Korea had its first coronavirus case. You know what happened? They shot him. They shot him and killed him.
Sounds about right.
What the fuck? Yeah, you got coronavirus? Oh, and he was a guy that did like relations for like other countries, and he went to China or something like that. Or some, it was
They'll
something.
just get
weird.
another dude to fill his job.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what they're always gonna do.
Yeah, a very underqualified person because all their people are underqualified. They're all just not seasoned people. They don't know anything outside of their own bubble. You know.
Well, they're brainwashed pretty much. They're
I think
stuck in a culture that's
that's literally a
controlling
dictatorship.
them.
It's a dictatorship that is just propaganda and exactly what the media wants them to see because they have only one or two media stations. And it's like they're trying to say like, oh yeah, you have free right, you have all this shit, and they have two media stations that say the same shit, you know? I don't know.
one for one side of the country, one for the other, because
Yeah,
they're so outdated.
Exactly.
They got flip
Probably.
phone. Everybody is like they're probably dealing with razors right now. They probably
They don't
just
even
got a
have cell
Motorola
phones, I
razor.
feel like, dude.
Some do, I bet.
Maybe the high ups. The high ups probably actually have like smartphones.
It's probably just like they can't call anything out of country. Probably just.
Yeah.
I'm sure people can call each other.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem.
Well, dude, I guess the thing that scares me about this whole thing is like, and I know it shouldn't be. There was a guy that I work with actually that started freaking out, and I was like, there's nothing to worry about with the coronavirus, dude. Like, there's really nothing to worry about. It's like mortality rate's really low and all this stuff, and I'm trying to reassure him. I'm not really being a scientist about it, but I'm just trying to make somebody feel better and not so scared. And he's like, dude, but it's like biblical, bro. Like, this is all biblical, and like, I mean, dude, and then he told me something that was like, holy crap, like, that is scary. But there's in Africa, there's the biggest locust swarm in 80 years right now. And it's been such a short period of time that within the last 3 months, it's gotten bigger than the one that was 80 years ago, which was the biggest that we'd seen in history. Right? It's already bigger than that, or not history, but
It's just angry grasshoppers.
yeah, they changed. Well, what a locust is basically a grasshopper with they can change their demeanor and like characteristics and shit
Well, it's just over time. Yeah.
very quickly though.
Well, yeah, it's like
much
they get
quicker than-
exposed. I forget. It's like they get exposed to a certain set of. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they
forget how
sprout
it
second
flips.
wings or something like that, and they get very angry and very irritated fucking quickly, and they go from being peaceful to like fuck, and then they just go around and fucking eat everything, and that's it. Like, do you get angry and just start eating everything? Is that what you do?
No.
Okay, why do they do it? Like, I've never seen an animal.
Are you insinuating that's what I do? Or are you
No,
saying
I'm saying I've never seen an animal that just gets pissed off and just like,
bears?
I don't get pissed off and eat.
Yeah, they do.
Nah, probably.
They're always pissed.
Yeah, they're probably always pissed, but that's
They're
not
always grumpy.
insulting them eating.
No, that
They-
makes them feel better.
Sometimes they don't eat for 6 months.
Yeah, but that's
4 months. About 4
because
months.
they sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not angry, dude.
Yeah, they
not-
are.
They're not
So
angry.
you
They
get-
don't.
the,
Have,
the only reason why they're sleeping is because their food isn't around.
yeah, fair enough. Fair. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Got them.
But yeah, I mean, there's just nothing to freak out about, guys. You know. Oh well, here's the locust thing. Here's something to freak out about. It's as big as a city right now. It's as big as a city.
Is it gonna get here?
No, probably not. Dude, it's in Africa, bro. How they're the locust would die for sure trying to get over here.
No, they wouldn't.
100%.
They'd learn to swim, I'm sure.
Their body size just isn't big enough that they couldn't get far enough. I don't think
No, they could.
they'd have to come on a boat.
They just eat each other on the way.
Maybe. We're getting there.
So there'd be like, a city, and then by the time it gets there, it's like a pocket watch size
Like
amount of
3 or
locusts.
4.
Yeah.
They're all fucking malnourished and shit, and they just die anyways.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's pretty crazy. It's it's a sign of the times, though. You know what I mean? It's a sign that we need to start fixing shit on this planet, dude. That really is it. We've been saying that for 10 years plus.
And now 20 episodes.
Yeah. 20th episode, guys. Hey, episode 20, guys. We're here. Trevor, you need to start talking to the camera
Welcome
more.
to the Surreal Series.
You need to start talking to the camera more. Point. Now you're in my view. We're going to get used to this.
Taking up camera time.
We're going to get used to this. And dude, I like it. Honestly, I really dig this, dude. I really dig this. This looks really cool, to be honest.
It can be cooler soon, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It'll be
much
better
cooler
quality. I'm sure it'll be a little bit better quality, not too much.
Oh, dude,
the phones look pretty good already.
These phones are really good quality. That's the thing. Maybe we'll just return the
quality.
cameras. They're really good quality.
I don't want to take, but I want to be able to possibly use our phones during episode, possibly.
Maybe we can do 4 cameras.
4 cameras.
4K.
That's crazy. 4C.
Yeah. So I mean, that's all you had on coronavirus and stuff.
I think so.
Here's
I mean, that was pretty much just an update. We've been following it as we've been going. The last time we talked about it, I don't think there was a case in the U.S., or we just said that there was a possible case.
No, there was cases.
Oregon,
Washington.
Washington.
Washington and California was.
There we go.
Or was, and I think there was one in Texas last week when we talked about it.
Texas.
Not moving as quick as we thought, and
that wasn't a case. That was researching.
Yeah, I saw something that there's conspiracies going out that it broke out. It was a breakout of out of the lab because it looks like such
Wuhan.
it looks like such a manufactured virus. You know, it's not operating like a normal virus. That's the thing. I mean, it's still operating like normal virus, but it's a little bit more resilient to vaccines and treatment and stuff like that. It's a little bit more, I mean, I
think I saw one video where there was a lady talking about how no one's helping with that virus in Wuhan.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said it was just kind of like a plot by the government.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So she said that no one else would speak up and say it, so she's going to, and she'll know that she'll get hunted down for it probably, but.
Well, dude, it makes sense. And it's China's the most overpopulated place, and they've been talking about depopulating it for 50 years. How they started doing tax cuts for people that only have one kid or have no kids.
Is Bear vouching for conspiracy theory?
Yeah, this might be the only conspiracy theory that I actually believe in, to be honest.
That's not true.
What else do I believe in? The redwood forests are actually just giants.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just
facts.
A dumb opinion.
It's facts.
No.
They're giants. They're giant trees.
It's not like I said.
Okay. We're not getting into this.
I'm just going to look at you right now.
Nah, I don't care. Hey, dude, do you remember that guy from Remember the Titans?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember. Which movie was that? Was that the one where
Denzel Washington was coaching the team, the football team, the Titans?
And they're all washed up dudes,
we are
right?
Titans, mighty Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all a crappy team, and he makes them fantastic. And that one dude dies, and I think.
Isn't there a couple really fat white guys and one really fat Hawaiian guy?
No, it's just one. I think you're thinking The Longest Yard or something.
No.
I think you're thinking of that.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, it's just one fat guy, dude. It's did you ever watch My Name Is Earl?
What's that?
All right, dude.
I'm joking.
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I've watched that show.
Okay, do you know that fat guy?
Randy?
Yes, Randy. He was in Remember the Titans.
Randy.
Yeah, he was really fat. He was a really fat one. Remember the Titans? Dude, this guy is jacked now. Dude.
I heard.
And he's 50 years old now. He's jacked.
Randy.
Yeah, just this last
This
year.
is something that I'm mad about.
It's inspiration.
It's just ever since Chris Pratt fat funny people want to get skinny.
And now they're skinny, funny people.
Yeah, but they're not as funny.
You think it consults them being fat?
Chris Pratt's way funnier.
When he's chubby?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a hard one, bro. I feel like his humor got better. Now that he's not now that he's skinny. I think his humor got funnier, just in general, and I think fat Chris Pratt made it funnier. So if you had a humor that he had right now and he was still fat Chris Pratt, it'd be fucking hilarious. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Fat Chris Pratt's the best Chris Pratt.
Fair.
I'm happy for where he's at now.
100%, dude.
But I'll forever
I miss Andy
miss
Dwyer, dude. I miss Andy Dwyer.
Andy Dwyer.
Yeah.
What was his name? Burt Macklin, FBI.
Yeah. Or Johnny Karate. What was his Rat Mouse? Rat Mouse's band.
Yeah. Mouse Rat Mouse. Then the other various 30 names he dropped in one episode.
Yeah.
Probably one's like Wet Sock.
All right. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about, I guess, gaming today, because I think that'd be fun. Me and Trevor love gaming, absolutely. So
I only play it sometimes.
Now shut up, dude. Why are you being so combative today, dude?
I'm not combative.
You're being incredibly combative.
No, I think I'm fine right now.
All right.
I think I'm good.
All right. So I guess I wanted to ask you a couple questions because I don't even know this about you.
Shoot.
Oh, dude. And then after, talk about the Logan Paul thing because you're going to bring it up to me and then I totally forgot.
So. No, that's fine.
Yeah,
we can go in different orders.
Yeah. So
mix it up.
So what was your first game that you played ever? First video game ever?
I think the original Donkey Kong
64?
Yeah, on the 64.
Dude.
The one where there was the five or six islands, you know?
Okay, was that the one where you could do multiplayer?
Multiplayer, yeah, and there was the different characters. Yeah, you could play different parts of the story, yeah.
Dude, that one was
and Diddy
dope.
Kong and
I had
Donkey Kong and the other chick.
Dude, Lanky Kong, bro, the orangutan, dude. He was my favorite because he'd always jump through his fucking arms and shit.
Yeah,
and he's super
when
good
he'd
at
double jump and he'd do the
yeah, dude. And he was so good at throwing the when you get the things and you throw them at each other because that was it was like a shooter almost. You'd grab the little fruits or whatever and chuck them at each other.
I'm trying to remember that part of it.
So it was a multiplayer map. So you had
oh yeah,
the center area, and then you had all those little rooms, and then you get the fucking projectiles and chuck them at each other. I think it was a fruit, dude. But he was so sick at it, dude. I don't know why. It felt like he was faster than everybody else.
I used to play that game so much,
dude. 100%.
Probably. I don't know how many hours I put into that thing.
So was N64 your first console?
Yeah, that and the pod racing game, the first Star Wars pod racing game.
Was that good? I never.
It was alright. Never made it past the second map on it though.
Because you're too young.
Too young, yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't. You didn't know how to do it. But I never got to own an N64, dude. That fucking pissed me off. The first thing that I owned was PS1. No. Yeah, it was. I was gonna say Game Boy, but no, it's PS1. And my first game was Spyro. Dude, fucking.
I don't think I've watched friends play it, but I've never actually
played Spyro.
To play it myself.
Well, when you get a PS4 again, they have the Reignited trilogy, and I'll just let you play it.
I was about to say I'm not paying for it.
No, I'll just let you play it on my account.
I'm too poor to pay for Spyro.
So good, dude. It's so good. That was I still love that game, and it holds a huge place in my heart. I'm sure Donkey Kong still does for you. But
every day, I revisit the memories. The memories still sit with me. But no, I love Spyro so much that I've tried to revisit it so many times. I rebought a PlayStation 1. I bought Spyro again. Then I chucked it at a wall. I got really pissed. The disc?
Yeah, I chucked the disc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I've never heard of that. I've heard people snapping discs or breaking controllers.
Took it in my hand so that you guys can see this. And I went, no, 2 fingers.
Get it right at the camera, though. Got that 3D effect. You're going to knock over some shit over here.
That's exactly what I did.
The one person.
This is so interactive.
The one person on The one person on VR watching YouTube videos is gonna fall out of their chair.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why are they watching us?
That's
I want to watch
dude,
a podcast. And
dude. That's.
Don't even talk about it. We coined it. TM. It's ours, not yours.
Listen, guys. If you take this, I'm gonna come to your house, and you won't even get those save the date cards that we talked about on Thursday.
But you do. But you do if you watch the last episode.
If you watch the last episode, yeah.
You still get it.
By the way, that's what I want to address really quick before we go further into gaming. That was a shitty episode. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
We're getting things
sorry,
over
not
pretty
sorry.
quick.
You know? Sorry? Not sorry, though.
But not really, because
like,
this episode.
Yes, because this is a real episode. But sorry, not sorry, because we wanted to do what we want to do. We did it, and sorry.
And it was
because
to
we're not
get
sorry.
that thing. Hi, guys.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, we totally
I
forgot about those cameras. Hey, guys. Hey.
You're here, right there, and right there. Hey. That's friendship. Okay?
Right?
We have 5 friends in the room.
Right? And we're
Me,
going to get
Trevor,
2 more.
Thing 1, thing 2, and
And
thing
then
3.
Matt's going to be here next Thursday.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
have-
6
dude,
friends.
dude, we're going to have a lot of friends.
Oh, wait, dude. Anna's, Revy, and,
I think that's the week after.
no. That should be...
Oh, that should be this upcoming week.
We're checking our schedule, boys.
Hi,
and
guys.
ladies.
Here's our calendar. Here's our picture that we have for this month, guys.
Yeah.
Is it up right? Or is it upside
No,
down?
it's upside down.
It's upside down.
It's upside down.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a wonderful
All right.
picture.
Yeah, I guess. Where are we at on this thing? January. That's not where we're supposed to be.
So that isn't actually the picture.
No.
March.
Yeah, we're on Sunday. So this Thursday is Matty Boy's birthday, but we don't have anybody on this week. And then
So
next
he's
week,
on
Thursday,
with us.
We'll have Matt on with us this
Yes.
week.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I
We'll do the
love that idea.
Kingpin stuff.
Yeah.
Keep it on the hush.
So Revy Alex. Okay. Following weekend we do have guests on, so that's gonna be a lot of friends. It's gonna be a lot of friends.
We don't even have these are just our phones right now. We don't even have the other 2 cameras. We're gonna have the 2 table mounts like a little bit further back from where these phones are at.
So it's gonna look a little bit different.
Yeah. All right. Back to gaming.
Oh yeah. So
Sorry about that, guys.
no, dude, I like that. You know, we can
I had a
sidetrack.
little side note.
Yeah,
and I
dude.
want to get it out before I.
And like, I think when me and Trevor do, I think it's gonna flow a little bit more freeform, and I like that we flow freeform. But I still want to talk about a centralized thing, cause
Like the Model the H3 podcast.
yes,
We love
we
that.
still have something to
The
talk
roles.
about. And for this week, basically what I want to do is I want you guys to know everything about us, and then we'll just go to freeform after that. And this is a good way for you guys to know everything about us. As long as we have topics that range around what we love, maybe help that we can give you, whatever, dude. You know?
Yeah.
So we're going to let conversations go where they go, but at the end of the day, dude, I like to stick to a criteria is great. It'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to listen. It'll make it a little bit more interesting, and we have things to talk about.
Hopefully with video, it'll be a lot more watchable on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we're going to clip things down, get comments.
Yeah.
So then we'll be able to go free form, easy on topics that people are replying to us about back. So we know what people like to hear about.
Yeah.
You know, this is all about just trying to get the ball rolling, really. You know,
Exactly.
It's kind of hard to... Every YouTube channel starts up differently too, you know?
Exactly.
They really do. That's comparing ourselves, because some channels, they start and then 6 months they have 12,000 subscribers. But they started their channel, knew what criteria they had to meet because they went to media management and social media networking school for 3 years.
And it makes it definitely different for us since we're in the long form of YouTube, where we make long form videos. We're not making 10-minute videos that are total clickbait, that are just, you know, made for children to click on.
Well, that's what I'm saying is we don't have the criteria to meet the long form.
Exactly.
We're starting to get that now with this video.
Yes.
Where
So we can
now
start
if
having
it-
clips and shit.
Yeah, now where if we were doing 10 to 15 minute podcasts, we could have it surrounding a certain subject and have video clips overlaying, and people
Yes.
would listen to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
A little bit
exactly.
more,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
Like video clips, like we could just have a 10-minute gaming, 2 days a week gaming podcast where we talk 10 minutes about like hot gaming news, and then just have video clips overlaying.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
so much easier
Exactly.
than, you know, having, and well, now we're 40 minutes and 25 seconds into the recording on your phone.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's...
Yeah.
It's
Well, dude, that's honestly, man, this is like ideally where we'd like it to go is we have this and we have other projects, right, that we're doing. And, you know, obviously this means the most to us, but we need something else that's going to draw in viewership to guide towards this.
And have a reason to listen to us.
Exactly. If we're just two average Joes just talking about it, no one's going to really want to listen. And we appreciate that you do listen, but
anybody that does, thank you.
But I guess what I'm going with that is like streaming and stuff like that. We wanted to do streaming for a minute. Just simple stuff like that. We're gonna make like a collective channel where me and Trevor stream kind of back and forth, or maybe at the same time. Who cares? You know. So, and that'll be sometime in the future. But that's something we love, and this is what we're talking about, and that's why we love it. So for us to utilize that and do something that we love and promote also something that we love too is the podcast. So using video games to promote the podcast, that's a win-win-win for us, you know?
Yeah, or since we have cameras, starting to mess around with videos, or now that we have all this Adobe program, starting to mess around with any picture editing, photoshopping,
video editing.
Editing.
So
just anything that somehow we could get our name out there.
Yeah.
Little projects that we could put out that could get attention, get a little bit of traction, and be like, oh, these guys do a podcast. There's a reason to click on it then. Because I like watching segments. What's up, Chance? Yeah. Every episode he has to say hi.
Yep.
There's his little hi. Big hands. By the way, Avatar The Last Airbender picture came out that showed the four different shapes of hands.
Yeah.
I'm an earthbender.
I shared that, right?
I don't know.
I'm an earthbender too. My hands are stocky and fat. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or I'd be a firebender because they're badass and I'm better than you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you are like, you look kind of like that hairless kid with the scarred face.
He's not hairless. He still has hair. He just has a scarred face.
He doesn't. He was bald at some point, wasn't he?
He was never bald.
Or am I imagining his dad?
He had the ponytail. He had
his
shaved
dad?
sides of his head.
Or am I imagining a different cartoon character? Probably.
You're probably imagining a totally different show.
Maybe. No. But either way, you don't look that cool.
I'm not him.
You're cool, but not.
I'm like Aang.
Like Paul Blart.
I'm like Aang because I'm better than you. I can wield every single of a bending skill. That's who I would be.
You can't bend anything though.
That's what I would be, and that's what I am.
But you're not.
But that's what I am.
No.
All right. Anyways, let's get back to it. Mm-hmm. So how old were you when you first started gaming? Do you think?
Probably 3.
3 years old.
Or 4. Like I'd sit down and watch my dad. Like
I guess it probably did come out when because it came out when I was like 5.
I remember I played
6.
it before kindergarten and preschool, or during preschool at least.
They had
it's probably why my brain doesn't work properly.
They had Donkey Kong for
Wired in Donkey Kong World.
They had Donkey Kong. Do you know what SAC is? School Aftercare. Yeah, you have SAC. I have SAC.
That's latchkey.
Well, they called it latchkey. They called it SAC for us.
It's just weird.
My school was weird, dude. SAC, and then we had these things called safeties.
SAC. That's what.
Dude,
it's called.
basically the kids were the government of the school. There's something called safeties. When you became a 5th grader, you were the government. You were the police force of the school. You'd like police the school. You'd wear these fucking like bright yellow, like, dude, it was almost like a, dude, how would I describe it?
It's like a seatbelt that's not, it's like
a
seatbelt. A sash.
Yeah, it's like a sash.
Like the Miss America sashes.
Yeah.
But it
and if I
like,
went to elementary school with you, you remember this, and you remember being a little police officer, because I was one too.
I bet you took it way too seriously.
Dude, we all took it way too seriously, dude. It was crazy. It was
like the Stanford prison experiment. But with the 5th graders.
They gave us the power. Okay, so basically it started out with us in the morning. And we would stand outside. We'd get there earlier than everybody else, or when the buses came, we'd be the first one off the bus, and then we go to our designated door. Our school had 4 doors at the front, one for the kindergartners or something like that. Kindergartners in first grade, one for second and third grade, one for fourth grade, one for fifth grade.
Separate water phones too.
Segregated schools
For the different kids' grades, they had different doors for them.
No, we didn't have that.
Or are you talking different classrooms?
It was just different doors for like entry because
Sections
that was
of
by
the school?
because that was by their classrooms or whatever, right?
I thought like they were only allowed to go in certain doors or some shit.
But you had to line up by those doors so that we could take count, like head count.
The fifth graders
And if like
search 'em
the
shit.
fucking kids got out of line, I'd be like, get the fuck back in the line. And they'd be in all these four fucking nice lines, and like it was so weird. And we have to like watch them intently and be like, and then also we'd have to walk them to their bus. We had to also patrol the hallways. We also, oh yeah, they asked us to like tell if somebody was doing something wrong, dude. They'd be like, come report, like the fucking principals and shit would be like, come report it straight to us. We'll take care of the problem.
Wow. Yeah. Bring down the hammer. The
Oh,
band
100%, dude. And so fucking, I was like Magnum PI, dude. Like,
Reno 911.
yeah, exactly. Freeze, motherfucker. What are you doing in the hall? You got a hall pass? You got a hall pass. All right, you're going to the fucking principal's office. Book 'em, boys.
So would you be able to stay out of class sometimes?
Yeah, kind of. I don't remember exactly.
Probably like
how it
5
went.
minutes after.
I might be over dramatizing the entire thing, but it was pretty much like that, you know.
So it wasn't anything.
You might be totally right. I think I took it way too far.
You were like the kid that tries too hard in gym class, but as the hall monitor.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. They're like, Adam, get the fucking class. What are you doing? I'm like, patrolling. I'm out on patrol.
You probably like cut the seatbelt out of your mom's car.
No.
And just
They actually
strapped that
gave it
your
to it. They
vest.
gave it to us. I don't think I still have mine. Maybe they gave it to us permanently. I don't remember.
Electrical tape, and you just
Dude,
wrote
it was so weird though, man. Like it was like a police force, dude. It was like, it was like the Stanford experiment.
Dude, I would
fucking-
laugh if they gave you handcuffs, like a taser.
Take them downtown.
Little like plastic batons.
Beating them down. Right in the kneecaps, dude. Every time, just straight for the kneecaps. Some kids like running on the playground. I'm like, no, running. And I like slide on the ground on my knees and just right
throw
to
it so it gets stuck between their legs. Or something, you know,
Dude, that'd be so great.
like the movies. You know how they'll like throw a stick and it gets stuck between the spokes.
Yeah.
Somehow
yes,
on the bike.
Yes,
and
like they're that
doesn't
perfect
break in
at
the
throwing
forks.
it. Yeah. And then it just makes him flip over. Just fucking daredevil throw.
Have you ever seen what's it called, the Mystery Men?
Is that
With
that
Ben
one
Stiller?
Donald Glover? Oh.
Dude, it's
is
like the
that
wannabe superheroes, and there's a guy that
with Ben Stiller, and it's got Dwight,
Yeah.
and it's got Dane Cook in it too, and
Yeah.
Dane Cook's
and there's that
the,
one guy, he has like the cloak and he throws the silverware under the cloak. It's kind of like that.
Dude, what is Dane? Dude, Dane Cook's part was so funny, dude. It was
He was like he had uncontrollable rage.
no.
Or
He had a
thought
bunch
he
of fucking cooking utensils and shit, and he could make waffles or something. He's like the waffler. You're the blue waffler or something. Like
No.
Dude, I wish I could use my phone right now.
Why?
Why?
I'm not gonna hit it.
Hit it. Then get your face away.
This
from
is
it.
more intimate.
All right. So,
I like
anyways,
being up close.
yeah, I see you're getting really antsy with this conversation, so I'm just gonna move on. You get bored so easily.
So do you.
No, I don't. All right. Anyways, so how old are you? You're 3 years old. I think I
23.
started about like 4 or 5. What do you think?
What game did you say which one you started out with? I'm sorry.
Spyro
Yeah,
and
you
Crash
said that. I'm
Bandicoot,
sorry.
dude. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was like, they're like the same exact game, dude.
I played Crash Bandicoot a lot with my cousins when I'd go up
That
there.
game was dope.
It was funny. It was a game that
yeah.
you could play with people in the room and you'd laugh. All of you would laugh.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because so like such stupid things would happen the entire time, and And just like the noises were hilarious. Like there's the guy who he was like the tiki mask, and he was your like life meter. He'd be like he was basically like Sparks from
Didn't he have
Spyro.
feathers or something?
So he turned from like he different color feathers, and then I think at the end he'd have like no feathers or something, and then finally it'd be gone, and that's your last chance. And he'd be like, every time you fucking summon him, he'd be like,
Yeah.
and it'd just like start that music. I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm into this shit.
Those were fun maps. They were hard though, especially
Really
when you
hard.
were young.
Dude, still going
Those are
back
meant for
now.
like teenage kids.
They're still really hard now. Yeah.
I bet.
Like there's like speed running like on that, and like people have a tough time getting past like the like elite stages. I still would probably go back now and get wrecked completely. Okay, so I guess this would be my next question is, when did you realize that you truly loved video games? What was the moment that you realized? Or what was the game, I guess, you know? What was the effect? What was
Gears of War 1 or they were both at the same time. Gears of War 1, Call of Duty 4.
Okay. All right.
Those were the ones when...
And what about those games made you love it? Oh.
Well, that was
there
right
like
when Xbox 360 made its...
100%, dude.
So then... Because I liked playing video games before because it would pass... I was more of a story time player.
Yeah.
You know, like all the games on PS2 were story games, unless you had online capabilities, which almost no one had.
And there was no people in the lobby.
Yeah.
Ever.
So it was pretty much just story games, and then I mainly play, like, probably the most time I spent on my PS2 is playing Battlefront games, which was multiplayer, pretty much, playing AI the entire time.
Yeah.
So, right when there was online competitive gaming, like Call of Duty and Gears of War 1, I rarely got into it. I had a close friend that we would always play those two games together.
Well, that's kind
Countless
of
hours.
I think Xbox, the original Xbox or Xbox 360 was the staple of online gaming.
360 was.
Xbox still,
was for Halo.
because you had Halo 2, which was like huge with like online. You know, I went over to my buddy's house because my parents were like, again, dude, I don't know why. Like my dad was kind of like the buyer of the game systems. Like he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get a new game system. The new one came out, but it was all like PlayStation, you know, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and Game Boys. We never had N64. We never had NES or anything like that. No GameCube. So I'd go over to other people's houses to play those games, you know. And so I remember Halo 2 was like that big staple. But then I kind of convinced my mom to give me an Xbox 360. So I think Halo 3 was that game for me. It was like, oh my God, because like all my friends were playing it. And Gears of War 2 also was a big one for me, but I couldn't get it because it was like too violent. Like my parents wouldn't let me get it. It's like rated M.
I got away with that so early as a
Did
kid.
you?
Not throwing out my parents, but
No,
I got
dude.
away. I started playing rated M's at probably like 10 years old, dude.
I'll tell you, dude. My dad. Okay, here's the thing. So I had the PS2, right? And this is before I had the 360. But like me and my sister kind of cohesively, not like tricked my dad, but like asked enough to get Grand Theft Auto that he got us Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I think my mom was even like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? How'd you get these games? Like, Dad bought it for us. Pretty cool. But
Those games aren't even that bad, man.
they're not, but
Unless you go and exploit the worst
you-
parts of them over and over. But even at that point, it's so boring if you do that. You know, like,
yeah, and also
it's not even the fun part of
it's
the
just
game.
like the nudes. That's it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like that.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
it's not
sure.
even fun.
Yeah.
like they're
But-
square boobs.
But I love those games, dude. I absolutely love Grand Theft Auto. That's why I still play it to this day.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5. Because that's what I was obsessed with when I was a kid. Was like, I want to live a second life in a game kind of thing. Was kind of trying to
in
escape
a
my own
realistic,
life.
not in a fun way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was more, I think it was more deeply, like, deeper psychology than that. Like,
Well,
I was
no,
like,
I mean-
you know?
You're not going like, oh, I want to go to school in a game.
No.
Like you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
live life in a more fun way.
Yes, a very epic way. I want an
Yeah.
epic life, you know?
Go to steal some shit to make 150 grand.
Yeah,
instead
exactly.
Of, you know,
Steal this
get a
car
C
and
plus
just-
on a math quiz.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I remember that's what I hated about, and this is made by the same company, but Bully.
Dude, that game was so good.
It was so good, except for when you had to do school. I was like,
Yeah.
I
liked it, though.
Yeah, it was cool that it like made you like during certain times you couldn't go outside.
I justified it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, I have to learn while playing video games.
Yes, yeah.
'Cause they were hard.
They were
The
kind of hard.
quizzes.
They were kind of hard. Yeah. I was like, dude, I think I played it recently, and I was like, what the fuck are they asking me right now, dude? But yeah, I think it was Halo 3 though, man. To go back to that, I think it was Halo 3 that really changed the game for me because I was so used to playing things by myself, and though I still continued to afterwards, it changed the whole scene, dude. Was now I can get into an Xbox live party with my friends, talk shit with them, and play video games, and then Modern Warfare came out. Just like, oh my god, dude, game changer. So I think it's the same for you, like
Hands down.
Yeah.
That's what I'd rather. My parents used to get on me how much I'd play video games, but the only reason why I'd be on is because because I'd have 20 friends from school that all have an Xbox.
Yeah.
And so when I'd have my top 4 that I'd play with when they're on, or top 5 usually. And when none of them are on, I'd have the other ones I don't play with as much, and they don't play with me because they have their top squad they usually play with.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, you hit up them, it's like, hey, how's it going? You
Yeah.
haven't talked in a couple weeks, and you'd catch up with them.
Yeah.
And, you know, I ended up meeting so many people that I know to this day through just playing video games.
You remember that? You remember a couple episodes that we were talking about those group of friends though that were like pieces of shit.
Yeah, for like in real life at school and stuff. Or
Yeah, like they were the ditching friends and shit.
Yeah.
That was the only time that I felt accepted by them when I'd play video games with them. You know what I mean? It was like I was still good. I was very good at video games. You know, I grew up. What did I grow up on? Like Turok and like other shooting games. So like when I got to Halo, I was like incredibly good. So there's like I think like that was the only time that I felt like accepted, I guess, you know, by that group of friends. Not just in general. I think in general I just loved video games, you know, but
It was fun.
yeah, they couldn't kick me, you know? I don't think that was even a function at the time, is to be able to kick somebody at the party. I could join and then just stay as long as I wanted, and they wouldn't say anything, dude. Like, I did good, and I did really good for our team, so I think that was just, like, the only time that they genuinely liked me or something like that, so.
That was probably the most toxic times of gaming ever, though.
Oh,
Those
100
360 days, dude. Oh, my.
Modern Warfare parties? Or Modern Warfare servers?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Somebody in every
fucking
server,
mom.
yeah, in every server, at least one guy fucks somebody else's mom.
Dude, 100%. Or it would turn into, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to find out where you are. I'm going to kill you. Because nobody knew, like, you could get in trouble for
Yeah.
They'd be like, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Yeah, you're gonna fucking beat my ass. Or like, dude, you remember that one older guy that would always try and talk shit to you and you were like a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you had like your buddies with you too, and he's playing by himself, and then he realized he made a fucking huge mistake because he's like, "Shut up, kid! Don't you have fucking schoolwork to be or whatever?" And you'd be like, "Why the fuck are you playing video games, you old loser?" and that would make him shut up. That'd make him shut right up.
I never got in. I guess I got in some arguments, but it was never. Whenever I got in arguments, it was more of because I thought it was so funny how mad they would get.
Oh, 100%. That's what I thrived on, dude. It was like, oh, you're going to talk crap to me? Nah, I'm going to get you so angry that at one point you stop talking and I've won.
That's it.
I've won.
All
and
it-
it's all about just being louder. No. You listen to me now. Man, I loved it. I really did love it. But, okay, so, do you still have that love that you used to have for video gaming?
No,
Do you think it's
not
gotten
as
stronger?
much.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like the same. I can't.
It's different.
Pretty much the only reason why I play them now is because I can't afford to do other things.
And it's out of complete boredom, isn't it?
I mean, there's times I genuinely want to play them. I'll sit down and play them for 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like, okay. But I'd much rather, if I could afford to go do something, I would.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're the one that got me back into gaming. As weirdly as it sounds, this is where me and Trevor's friendship kind of founded, was in gaming. Because I worked with him, but it was like kind of like we'd say things and like, what kind of music do you like? It was similar, but it wasn't, very in line. And it was like, oh, well, this, and then talk about gaming, and it was like, oh, you really like gaming, and we started talking about what games we like. Trevor started recommending this game, Rocket League, to me, and I'm like, I remember I pushed it off for like fucking 3 months. I kept on beating around the bush. I was like, yeah, I'll get it, because I didn't have my PlayStation at the time. I'm notorious for selling my PlayStation, because I get out of these, like, I go in these moods where I'm just like, no, I'm done. I'm done playing video games, because I realize how angry I get. Like how I was talking about how I through the fucking video games, dude. I realize how angry I get, and it's just like, so I sold it, and Trevor's telling me about this amazing game, and it's just like, you got me back into it, dude. Like, I'd say I'd probably still be back into it now, but it would have been a little bit more down the line. I wouldn't have played Rocket League for sure. I wouldn't have played Siege, that's for sure. And those are two of my favorite games. So
I'm getting closer and closer to Grand Champ in Rocket League,
which is incredibly hard.
Yeah, I'm at Champ 2 right now. Champ 2 Division.
Is your name
2.
Surreal?
No, it's the brick wall right now.
Okay, because there was somebody that Lethamir was facing off against, or maybe it was somebody.
That's somebody.
No, actually, it was Sunless. It was Sunless.
Yeah, I don't.
And it was just Surreal. That's all his name was.
I don't play 1v1s.
Okay, what's your tag? What's your team tag? Yeah.
Right now it's PIAS. Pip is a scrub.
Oh, okay. Then that's definitely not you.
No.
Pip as in Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. He's a scrub.
And first it was Chris as a scrub for scope, and
Nick.
then now it's Pip. Nick, even though you're never probably gonna listen to our podcast, or especially this episode, I would imagine, if you would tune in ever.
You're a scrub.
You're a scrub.
Or
an inside joke with me and him. He's an ugly banana.
Moldy?
Just ugly.
Bruised.
A dumb banana, actually.
What about bruised?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So
over time, bruising happens over time on any banana. I'm sure he'd be. Yeah.
So, what are some positive impacts or negative impacts that you think have had on your life?
Positive is probably reaction time.
Okay.
Like, that's something a lot of people don't take into consideration, is a lot of people fall off. It's almost like football.
Yeah,
with
for sure.
how quickly you fall off from being at the top, simply from not like injuries and anything else per se, but more of just, it's more based off of reaction time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many kids that are in the Fortnite and Rocket League and CSGO and Overwatch, seeing that they're all 15 to 18 years old, killing it. They're the best ones in the time.
Yeah.
But that's mainly because they're young. Their minds are adapt quickly. They think, they process things more quickly. Their reaction time's faster.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something that's lost over time. And I've definitely noticed that in my gaming. But, I mean, that's something you can easily work on every day, just with reaction times.
Yeah.
I mean, negative impacts definitely, because you can spend your time elsewhere doing anything else than that. But
yeah.
I mean, it's all a perspective thing. There's people that, you know, I would get asked all the time when I was a kid, why don't you come down and spend time with us and watch TV? And it's like, well, I'd rather play video games because I can control what's happening.
Yes, it's basically like watching
my mind.
It's basically like watching TV, but you literally control what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in control of the way that the situation
And you can
out.
talk to friends too at the same time. Too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's just like, well, why? It's like I have my classroom full of friends right here, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
In this headset.
So, well, I guess for me, it was the positive. Yeah, dude, actually I saw, okay, so I want to talk about the reaction time real quick. I saw something that There's a professional gamer. It's for CS:GO. I tracked his movements. And it was like more calculations with his mind, and like eye movements than like a. I think it was like a Green Beret sniper or something like that. It was like some astronomical like feat that this guy, his mind is like processing more things per second and more situational variables than a Green Beret sniper, or it was something crazy. I'll try and find it.
It's just how fast their brain can think and process things in a way. It's just crazy. It's a gift almost, because that's an issue I've noticed as I've gotten older. I have a harder time peeking around corners and hitting something right when I see it around a corner.
Yeah, for sure.
Like shooting. So, I'll go, like if there's a corner, I'll go to peek around the corner. I'll see the person and keep looking, but don't register it till after and go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where back when I was young, I remember just going like, just because the wiring in your head. I mean,
it starts to slow down. Starts to slow down for sure. But I think it's also, we were playing an astronomical more amount back then versus now. The training regimen of going in there was like so.
But I didn't play nearly as strategically or as intelligent as I do now.
As you do now, yeah.
So I'm way better video gamer than I ever was.
For sure.
So it's just the matter of I'm 23. Your reaction time starts to fall once you hit around 20 or 21.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a pretty young age.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though, is that's why you see athletes, they have crazy reaction times because they keep working their fast twitch muscles.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as you keep them they'll stay great, but they will never be as good as when you were 17
the potential
or 16.
of what they could have been, yeah.
When you were
I got you. That makes sense.
Because your neural connections are so fresh,
I guess that's me with soccer too. I used to be a lot more just dexterous with the ball.
Yeah.
Able to move around a lot quicker, read situations while still holding the ball. But now it's like almost like I have to keep an eye on what I'm doing. And I can still kind of hold the situation, but it's like it's not as fluent as it used to be. It was like, oh, I'm reading this and I'm reading that at the same time. Like now it's like, oh, you're way too close. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Now I have to react. So, okay, going on to the next question is, what was your favorite system out of all
I'd probably have
200? Yeah.
No, I'd have to say probably the
360? Or
yeah,
PS4?
I like the 360, but overall I think the most fun I've ever had playing games was on the PS4. Not also at the same time the 360, but that's like quality of the friends that I had online and how many I had. The 360, that's why it was the most fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the PS4 was around back then, it had all the same games besides Gears of War and a couple exclusives like Halo. But so I mean, I'd probably the PS4 simply because it was the smoothest running.
Yeah, it's coup de grace.
Yeah, and that's where I've done my best work pretty much in gaming is like on Rocket League or Black Ops 3. To this day, I think the game I've done the best on, I put the biggest dent on is definitely Rocket League.
Yeah.
Like being at Champ 2. Not very many people can say they've been at that.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah. I just grasped Champ, dude, for a second, and then I was back to Diamond, and that was it, It's dude, the curve of that game is just... And that was all basically luck. Yeah, that was a lot of luck. It was like I had really good teammates. I like to solo queue by myself in doubles. So like it's just like I'm 50-50 with my teammates where it's just like
as long as you win more than 50% of your games and you get a guy that has a head on his shoulders.
Yes. And that's just, it's all luck at that point. You have to find a good teammate that will have your back. That's the real test of how well you do.
Yeah, and that's the true rating system. Well, the grading, like the ranking, I'm sorry, not grading, but the ranking is pretty much, it goes from bronze to silver to gold.
To platinum, diamond, then to champion and grand champion. Yep.
And each one has 3 divisions. So pretty much the first division is because each division brings on a whole new play style and meta. Each one has pretty much bronze, you have no understanding of ball movement, and you have no understanding of the physics and how your car is going to work.
Fundamentals, yeah.
Fundamentals.
Yeah.
Silver, you know how to move your car around. You know how to jump in the air and hit the ball somewhat accurately. Mm-hmm. Gold, you know how to aerial, like jump.
And use your boost.
Yeah.
But you're still not dexterous with it. You're not like using flipping motions and stuff like that.
And you have to sit back and time it and hesitate for quite a while.
Yeah.
And you're not good at you and your teammates are more of just hitting the ball out of zone and not coordinating passes and shots.
Yeah.
Then once you slip into platinum,
that's when the true talent actually starts to show.
I'd say it's the stupidity of talent. Like you're starting to understand what you're doing, but you have no idea how to apply it.
Yes.
Like people are starting to know how to jump in the air and aerial. People are knowing how to pass and go back and forth, but they don't understand the true rotation of Rocket League. It's like basketball, where if somebody comes up to guard somebody, somebody has to from behind him come to fill his old spot, and another person fills that said person's spot.
Yeah,
and so it's an equal rotation. Going up into Diamond, pretty much everybody knows how to rotate, but they lose sight of rotation.
Yeah, and there's one or two stupid things that are done a game that are the make or break moments that just can either be you winning the game or you tragically losing that game. And a lot of people in Diamond, I've noticed, and it's more toxic so than Platinum is, more people get pissed off and stop playing when you get 1-2 goals behind.
They'll give up and kind of play as the fourth person on the other team. Or they'll get frustrated with you because they expect a certain level of knowledge. But
everybody makes mistakes at that level.
Yeah, I accepted that. I accepted that probably a year and a half ago, is that you're going to go and play with one of the best people in the game is Skittles, and he handles it the best. Not Skittles. Why did I say Skittles?
Squishy Muffins.
If you
guys have never played the game, I strongly recommend go watch a pro play and then go and search up Squishy Muffins gameplay, because he only plays Rocket League. And then go watch like Bronze, or like look up like a video of my first time playing Rocket League, something like that, to show you the difference,
the learning curve.
Yes.
And how much you'd be surprised at how much the game is controlled by 2 analog sticks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And I mean, Trevor and I, you played longer than I have. Trevor and I have been playing for years now, and even you look at our skill versus those pro skill, and it's just like it's incomprehensible. It's so different, dude. It is so different. They are able to control the ball in any way that they want, without mistake. So very, very minimal mistakes, I should say.
Yeah, Diamond's really where it really comes down to, especially Diamond 2 and 3, mainly 3, the highest one. That's where mistakes are the most punishable.
Yeah.
Because they're waiting for you to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Most people, they know rotation, and if somebody does mess up, you always usually have a second teammate to back you up if you're playing threes.
Yeah.
And then you have the third that's near net. So it all comes down to rotation, and that's what all threes is about.
And awareness too. I mean,
yeah, and then once you get into champions, it's only about consistency.
Yep.
Consistency, and don't tap the brakes.
Yeah, you never
tap the brakes.
Yep.
Maybe once or twice tap the brakes, but other than that, it's you go to hit the ball as fast as you can every time and hit it every time. And if you hit it every time, odds are you're going to eventually fluster the other team. Like, he's always at the ball. He's always right there.
Yeah.
And that's where it starts to really bend in your favor.
Yeah.
But every game can be won or lost so easily. I've had times where I come back from 3 goals in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Tie the game up, take it in the overtime, and win. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of those instances, man, that it's just like, and it's so gratifying too when you get that. You're like, oh, fuck.
When you're playing a
the
game.
Next one.
Yeah, that's probably
the overtime.
For an overtime game like that, or sudden death, like any game ever. That's probably the most intense, like, fun, because you can extend it. Probably the longest overtime I've ever had, I think, is like 9 minutes.
Yeah, it's about the same for me.
The game is originally only supposed to be 5 minutes with some time stoppages.
Yeah. So now you're playing longer than a full game. You're playing 3 times the full game.
Yeah.
So, I would say my favorite system, to go back to that, is PS2, the library. The library games.
Hands down, the biggest library.
Huge, dude. You'd have shit games, which I still loved. I still love just trying those shit games for $20 or $10, going to EB Games and being like,
or Family Video and renting them.
Exactly.
Dude, they'd have like that. They'd have so many PS2 games.
100%, dude. And that's where I found some of my favorite games of all time: Twisted Metal Black, Turok. What else, dude?
Turok on the GameCube was the best though, man.
Attack and the Power of Juju might be my favorite game on PS2 all time.
Jack and Daxter.
That was a good game. Ratchet and Clank, great game. Dude, there was so many great games and there's so much shitty games, but I think that was what made it good. Is like you really got that experience of like from being super happy with a game to being astronomically pissed off at a game.
They had the MX Unleashed games.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying,
MX
man.
Unleashed was the best motocross game that has ever come
We've
out.
talked about that. Me and you in the car, dude. Like, we even listened to the soundtrack to that game because it brings like so.
Ever.
Yeah, I'd say it's tied with FIFA 14.
Well, yeah.
FIFA 14 and that.
But from that era.
Yeah, yes.
Best soundtrack.
Yes, 100%. So I think PS2 or 360 simply because it has Viva Pinata on it, and I love Viva Pinata, dude. So big Viva Pinata fan.
There was a kid I used to play
Crackdown.
video games with. All that Crackdown is amazing too. Have you ever played Crackdown 2?
Yeah, I have it on my
one.
360 right
That's
now.
so good.
Yeah. I never finished it.
There's this kid I used to play video games with. I don't remember what game I would play with him. It might have been Gears of War or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But eventually he would just play Viva Pinata one day and just not play with me. And then it would happen 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And then it was every day a week.
All the time, too.
And I was just like, okay, well, looks like I lost it. I deleted him off my friends list. I'm like, all right, well, you're cool, but I'm not going to get sidelined by some pinata.
100%. Well, dude, have you ever played it?
Nope.
All right, dude.
Don't plan on it.
All right, dude. So do you remember the Tamagotchi pets? It's like
never had one,
feed
but I know
your pets,
what they are.
whatever. Yeah. Well, you don't have to feed your pets in Viva Pinata, but you just have to take care of your garden and stuff like that. And it's like so situational and it's such a fun, inviting game that was my single player game on 360, which is like Viva Pinata. I remember I played it as a joke. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start playing this game, the first one. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, found myself like weeks later, like, I haven't played multiplayer in like weeks and I fucking love this game and I'm almost done with it. And then I got into Viva Pinata really late too. And then literally a week later, or 2 weeks later, they're like, yeah, Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise #2. It's coming out like next week. I'm like, fuck, dude. All right. So I started playing that. I never actually beat it. But now that I'm older, I'm doing it again. And I'm going to beat it. So I want to get all the achievements for it.
Oh, boy.
But, okay. Let's bust through these last couple questions. Favorite genre of game? Shooters?
I wouldn't even necessarily have to be a shooter, but I mean something strategic. Just something that's just more like the more weird things that you find in a game you can use against people, you know? Just something that's smart. Because, I mean, one of the most interesting games I ever played online was The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a shooter. But it was basically, it felt like Gears of War. But you could outsmart people by booby trapping them in certain doorways, and then you could come up from behind, hit them in the head with a block of wood, and then strangle them to find the rest of the team.
What game
or
was
you
this?
could The Last of Us.
Oh, okay. I never gotten to play that.
The online,
Is it good?
The storyline's the best, probably one of the best games I've ever played.
You said it made you cry, right?
Yeah, it's one of the few that's so good, and it gets you from the beginning.
Same with yeah. I need to play that. I actually have it bought. I just haven't played it yet.
You should. It's that should be on your next before the Viva Pinata shit.
I'm already.
It's like a solid. Well, you can go back and play that anytime.
Is it on Xbox or is it on
PS4?
PS4. Okay. Because I have it on PS4.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man was that game for me, the new Spider-Man, because that had me crying, dude. Like, never had that from a video game. I've only heard people say, oh, I started crying from a video game.
Like, that's not that deep of a video game.
What, Spider-Man?
No, like just some ones that people be like, "Quote from that." It's like that. Hey,
Yeah,
that's not even.
yeah.
That wasn't even cinematic.
But you don't even understand why they're saying that. Like, it's totally, it could totally be for a justified reason, but it's just like, I don't understand until I actually did from Spider-Man, and I was like, why the fuck am I crying from this? For a good reason, but still. Okay, anyways, Last of Us, you're
I think it's suppressed emotions. It's not even about the game.
yeah, I'm just like, Tobey Maguire's never Spider-Man.
I don't even want to talk about him. Oh.
All right, anyways.
What were you saying? My what?
What?
You were about to say what was my what? I don't care.
I don't remember. All right, favorite game of all time.
Favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
That's what you were asking me. Is that my favorite game of all time? That's honestly one of the hardest questions I've ever been asked in the last 30 hours.
All right. Last 30 hours. I should have let you think about this ahead of time.
Oh, that's fine.
Just giving you that question because I know that's going to be hard.
I mean, there's just so many. I can give best ones, like the best storyline, like I said, is The Last of Us or Assassin's Creed 1 through 3.
Fair enough. Okay, fair. I really like that.
Probably one of the best storylines that I've ever played,
yes.
if not the best.
Yes.
Just the first 3, including, Assassin's Creed 1,
Black
2,
Flag?
and 3. Not Black Flag, but all the Ezio Auditore.
Okay, Revelations,
and Brotherhood too.
I got you.
That storyline,
dude. I think Ezio's storyline was just my favorite out of all of those.
Out of all of it.
But you haven't played Odyssey. I would say that is very close second for me, and then Origins as the third. So the newer ones are really good. I'd say
they've just
Ezio
lost me because they
storyline.
lost the original storyline to me. Like I can't play it anymore.
It's still the same. It's just you're saying with Desmond Miles.
Yeah. Just like
because
that's
they
so
killed
lost.
him. They killed
never,
him off.
but they never even resolved. Like, pretty much, it was right after they killed
The
Desmond
Abstract
Miles.
Corporation?
It was straight to Abstract
or Abstergo.
Yeah, whatever it's called, where they're pretty much making games and stuff for people.
Yeah, for Black Flag
in their office, like Black Flag.
Yeah,
so
well, then it's okay. But here's the difference. I'm just gonna give you like a little plot point based off what you get in Origins. Abstergo is totally corrupt. You find that out because they're that company that's making like video games for people, but they're fucking overworking their people, and then if their people find something, they like try and kill them, right? So you find this new girl. She's in Origins, and it's like basically new Desmond Miles. You find this new girl, and she is, she's in a tomb in Egypt, right? And then you start to see this story unfold, and how she's like evading people, and she'll set up an animus real quick, and then fucking dip, and like go somewhere else, and then dip, and then eventually you get into Odyssey, and it's the same character, and she's doing the same thing. So it's like. But it's like not the exact same. It's got a good storyline. I don't want to spoil it. It's good. I would say give that a try, dude. If at some point the notion arises that you were gonna play it and you're like, I'm feeling like a new Assassin's Creed game, I'd play that.
Yeah, it's so far from what I originally wanted Assassin's Creed to be.
Oh sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, I played it. It felt so more immersive. Because the storylines originally were all tied into the what you can find in somebody's DNA.
Oh, 100%.
The stories,
yes.
from like that Desmond Miles was related to Ezio Auditore.
Yes,
and
yes.
That's the only way he could unlock those memories was through him doing it because it was his bloodline.
Yeah.
And now it's just going into these corrupt. It's taking the storyline so far away from and not even answering the questions about Desmond Miles, and his own, because, he died, but sure, we would still like to know what happened to him. And I
want to know about they're starting to answer all these questions about the Apple of Eden and stuff.
That's what I'm saying is I don't want to have to play 2 more fucking games
to figure that out.
When we should pick right up from the next game when he just died in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yes.
I
agree. Oh, dude, I totally agree on that, man. And I think
that's why they've lost me.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And also, dude, there's something so gratifying about having the white hood and everything like that, and they took that completely away.
Right?
You don't have that anymore.
Yeah, and having the white hood with all like the badass attachments.
And it just looked like an eagle. Yeah, it looked just like an eagle. Like it was like an eagle costume.
And you were so immersed in actual history with the storyline written around it.
Yes.
And that's what I love.
Yes.
And I mean, that's still kind of the same, but it's more relevant in a way of locale and not so much where you're actually assassinating people that were assassinated.
And it's less of that now, and now it's like world building to an extent of like, yeah, you have to go find all these locations and like search out these locations and stuff like that. Instead of, it's less assassinations and more battling with somebody, like taking a sword and shield and going to fight somebody. Instead of, I'm gonna sneak around and I'm gonna kill them in one shot. You know?
Yeah. Now, something I wish, I mean, here, games improve in their different ways and different, but I mean, in their different orders of how they're choosing to improve things. But, you know, one thing I loved was Assassin's Creed 3 and their whole outdoor movement system of in the woods and in the trees and climbing all that. Yeah. If they would have had that in the first 3 and on like Brotherhood and Revelations,
would have been the best games ever.
I'm probably gonna have to go back when there's a sale on Steam for my from PC. I'll probably go and buy the first 3 Assassin's Creeds and play those again because those stories got me hooked. Those were ones that you wanted to watch and you loved going into the finding all the rare swords and the game at different shops.
Maybe if we buy a Xbox for here, an Xbox 360, because I have Assassin's Creed 2, and Brotherhood, and then all you'd have to get is 3 and Revelations. Yeah, I forget the story. That's how long it's been. You know,
honestly, that's something that we could do. That's something I'd rather do is if we're gonna stream or do clips or videos.
You want to play that?
Like me and you would sit down a day and play it for like 3 hours, but play the storyline together once a week or something.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm down for that. Yeah, like hey, let's play Assassin's Creed day 1, day 2, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm totally down for that. So I guess my favorite game though, fuck man. I was thinking about it and then I had it. Now it's gone.
Favorite shooter I've ever played and had the most fun playing though was probably Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put so much time into that online.
That's a great game.
And it was like the most semi-realistic game and oh dude, I would go ham in that.
All right, so I'd say my favorite game of all time is Sonic DX Director's Cut on GameCube. Even though I didn't have GameCube, I loved that game so much that I'd go over to my friend's house and literally say, like, hey, can I spend the night? But, like, I'll just do my own thing and, like, just play Sonic. He's like, yeah, whatever. Like, you do that. Yeah, that's fine. So, like, that's how much I love that game. And I love that game so much that probably since I was, like, 18, I've been mulling in my head about buying a GameCube, buying that game. Like, that's how much I love it, dude. Like, it was Sonic Adventures, but like a good twist on it. You know, it had a good story instead of just like, hey, run through this course.
Yeah,
it wasn't that, you know. And you had like a bad creature that ends up getting stronger and stronger and stronger and takes Chaos Emeralds and shit and like gets ridiculously strong. So, anyways, last thing. Are you excited for any new games that are coming out? Have you heard anything on any new games that you're excited about? Actually, wait.
You talked about. Go ahead.
Other favorite game, Skyrim.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
I feel like that's for anybody that's in a third if anybody likes playing a role playing game, they love Skyrim.
That's it. Yeah.
Or any of the Elder Scrolls, just one of them. Yeah. They love one of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different one. There's some people that only played Morrowind. And I was blessed to play Morrowind.
Yeah, dude, Morrowind was dope. And then you had Oblivion.
In my opinion, Morrowind's better than Oblivion.
I think in some aspects.
Like, I don't know, I felt you could be a lot more mischievous in Morrowind.
And it had a lot more, it was a lot bigger of a role-playing game where you really did build your class. Instead of like Skyrim and Oblivion where you could just be the ultimate person, Morrowind was you build your class.
Well, that's what I mean. You could be so mischievous. Like, you could go and be strictly that. Or like,
and you couldn't get your other levels up higher, though. Yeah. That's the thing. You chose it at the beginning, Lily. Yeah. It's like, were you going to be a mage? Were you going to be a knight? where you're gonna be, and you can get these skills up higher, but you can't really get these skills up higher. These are gonna max out at this level. The other ones max out much higher. That's what I loved about that game.
Because you can't just because in Skyrim you can play it long enough and be a god at everything.
At everything, you're literally level 100 on everything.
And then you don't have to maintain it by using it still or anything.
No, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So, excited for new games? Any new games?
Well, you brought up that Cyberpunk. That sounds interesting, but honestly, The Last of Us 2, whenever that comes out, I think I'm more excited for the movie than anything.
Is there a movie coming out?
They're eventually going to be doing a movie. I think they already have actors and everything locked in.
Really, dude? That's really cool.
No, I guess I'm kind of more excited for the next wave of gaming that's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, because like I said, I'm not so much into game, like I can't be as good at games anymore as I used to be.
Yeah.
But I could, but I'd have to spend so much more time than when I was 15. But there's going to be games like, I don't know if you've ever played Breaking Dawn.
Is that the zombie game?
No, it stars Hayden Panettiere, but it's actually like a butterfly effect game where you control the characters at some points, but other times you're just watching cinematics.
You told me about it. It was on PlayStation Store for free, and I got it. I played it, and it has like the Wendigo and stuff like that.
There's Wendigo.
That was a
there's
fucking crazy game.
That's where I'm excited that I want gaming to go. But instead of it being just horror, you can be set in the life of like an LA Noire, or you can be just a DA agent or someone in the military, but to some degree where if you want a certain amount of action, you could control it. Otherwise, you could just sit back and make it a more cinematic way so that you're sitting with 3 or 4 friends, making decisions. Because it could even be like, do you guys want to play the funny flirting at the bar game where it's like you go around harassing, you could say the weirdest shit, and it's like really like real people, but who knows? Like
that'd be really cool, man. And that is maybe where gaming's gonna go, as long as we direct it in the notion that
it's gonna go in that direction. I mean, it's such a, because they're making another one of the Breaking Dawns if it hasn't come out already. I think if it has come out,
I don't think it has.
Maybe not. I mean, it's just such a fun concept.
I'm excited for those immersion kind of games that put you in a world that feels.
I'm into thriller concepts. Yeah. Something that
Cyberpunk game though is gonna be fucking dope because it's gonna be like GTA, except like just the most ultimate futuristic
like
GTA, and it's gonna do the functions of that game and all the little like things that you can do are just gonna be incredible, dude. They've showed so many things, dude, that it's just crazy. It's crazy. I'm excited for it, and I'm excited because I'm excited for GTA 6. I'm more excited for Cyberpunk 2077, and also Elder Scrolls 6, because I think they're gonna do it right.
Is that online?
Elder Scrolls.
Is it Elder Scrolls Online, or is it a whole different?
No, it's just a new game.
I get you. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to get that.
Of course, dude.
That's just an immersion.
Because I think what they've said is they're gonna recorrect all the problems that we had with Skyrim, which has been 10 years, dude. It's exactly like GTA. It's been 10 years, man. Nearly 8 years or 9 years, but 10 years by the time it comes out. So it's a lot of time to work on a game.
But it's gonna be a whole new storyline.
Yeah. It has to be, and it's gonna be set in a new place. I think they're doing Black Marsh or Daggerfell, one or the other. That's something.
I'm fascinated by those types of universes, but I want it to be something that's way more realistic. So
what do you mean?
Because like, it's fun going in and having cave fights and fighting something, but having to whack something 50 times with power hits, it gets old after a while. Where I'd much rather have like not saying for Elder Scrolls,
you're just saying a good fighting system,
for a certain game, for any game, because even there's this other game, For Honor, that came out that is really cool.
Good.
I
really played
good,
it.
But it's not like if you hit somebody on the head with a sword, like, or across the neck, they're not dead.
Yeah.
Where I'm not asking for a game online that's single. I would play it. Be like Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, single consequence.
Yeah.
If you like Battle Royale.
Yeah.
If you mess up, you're done. I wouldn't mind that, but overall, just a storyline base game, or single player, or even multiple player, up to 4 people. Who knows? Just where, it's realistic fighting. You know,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Kind of like, there's no game. You have almost any game that's like that. You have to hit it multiple times. I'd say the closest to realistic is Assassin's Creed, because you'd have
the
to
assassinations.
Yeah, because you'd have to stun them maybe once with a good hit, and then you could fully finish them.
Or you'd take a long time to get above them, or in some sort of an assassination
stance or
position, advantage. Yeah. And
vantage point.
And you kill them in the one shot. And that's what the new ones have lost, though, is like, if you do an assassination attempt, it only takes like a quarter of their life, and then you have to fight them the rest of the time, or lose them, and then try and assassinate them again. You know?
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that takes the whole essence of Assassin's Creed away. It's because you used to be able to do that, then drag and throw them in a bush, and then go climb back up, and no one knew what the hell happened.
Exactly.
You'd have 8 people stacked in a bush, dude.
Now it's just totally different, where it's just crap. But anyways, all right. I mean, I think that's good. We're at an hour and 30. I mean, this is gonna be a little bit to edit, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit to edit. I don't know if you want me to go over the Jake Paul thing.
Yeah,
I've been
dude, can we hit that real quick?
Yeah, just to tell you some funny details about him. Because if you guys don't know, talking to the big camera, we haven't looked at the big camera enough this episode.
No, we haven't.
I'm excited about it.
Dude, I am too. And that's gonna be like a camera that we forget about because it's gonna be so high up. Yeah. It's not gonna be at this level, guys. It's not gonna be at this level, and these cameras are not gonna be at this level.
No, we have posts that are going to be up, back behind them, higher, probably. Like if camera levels, like right here, right now,
about 6 inches higher.
Like, like right
they
up
can
in
be
here.
6 inches higher, but we have the ability to bring them up another foot above that. So, all right, so let's hear about the Jake Paul thing.
But yeah, I've been talking. Well, there's been a lot of talk about Jake Paul and his new scam. It seems like
exactly
a scam.
Is it?
It's
I've heard a lot of people talking about it, but I haven't listened to anything.
It's pretty much a starter kit, I would say, for $500 a year.
For what?
That is it's like a guideline to how to drop out of school and pursue your own career making money and basically be a YouTuber.
$500.
And so pretty much he was saying at his reveal, he revealed this at some weird, it almost looked like a nice bus station in New York where he was up on a balcony talking to people below. And there were people holding, it looks so staged because there was people holding signs that were like, there was this random like 30 to 40-year-old guy standing there with this picket sign that said, "Ideas are shit without execution." And he's just standing there like this, you know, just like not excited. Clearly he's paid to be there, but he's up on this megaphone telling these people, yeah, I don't really like college and stuff. And, you know, they don't really teach you anything in the real world. They just teach you the Pythagorean theorem and not how to do taxes or blah, blah, blah.
He's just taking bullshit other people have said.
Yeah.
Not having a conscious thought
and
for himself.
It was not well said whatsoever.
Okay.
We can, I wish we could pull up the clip, but we're going to be working on being able to do that.
Yeah. Maybe we can do it, but we'll try and add it. If we can't add it, know why we can't add it, because we're not good enough at this yet. It's first time. It out. Yeah.
But so he sounded very, very just scatterbrained the way that he was bringing up just how, you know, the world's not meant to be working 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. You should be doing what you love. Fuck school.
Yeah.
And so there's he ended up throwing down fake money too on these people, and like some of the people were just kind of confused about it. No one was really energetic about it. It was really confusing. It's a very confusing, awkward video. You should definitely go and watch it.
I'll watch it.
It's I forget what the program's called, but
I just look up Jake Paul idea reveal or something.
Yeah, but
it's a program. Is he actually giving you something physical?
Yeah, and it's stuff online. I'm about to tell you some of the things.
Okay, yeah.
One of the basically he has some professors and some people that do seminars. It'd pretty much be like if me and you had a chalkboard over here.
Yeah.
We'd set up this camera right here facing there, and they'd be writing on the whiteboard. Yeah. And for one of the video segments that he was offering advice on, it was pretty much ways that you can start doing quick ways to get money. Like you can drop out of school instead of going to college for 4 years and going in debt. It just had like ideas on quick ways to make money. And here's where some of them: Uber, Grubhub, DoorDash, dog walking, mowing lawns.
This is what he...
Video, photo, editing, film stuff. And then he was just saying like, yeah, you could go and do video editing and make up to $100 to $200 an hour as an editor. And it's more like when you get started editing, doing videos, the most you're going to make is $200 a video.
At most.
The most.
Yeah.
That's like generous.
Yeah.
200 people that are editors for top YouTubers don't even get paid that much, and 100 to 200 an
Sometimes,
hour. They get paid
yeah.
generously.
Yeah.
But they don't get paid 100 to 200 an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like some medical staff, like on-call medical staff pay right there.
Are you fucking crafting a cinematic movie that's going to be in the movie theaters for $100 an hour? Probably, but you're not doing a fucking YouTube video for $100, $200 an hour. No. Yeah.
No, it's just
simply not going to happen.
It seems a lot like a ploy. That's pretty much like I watched a video on some of the YouTubers that went out and actually paid for the program and watched some of the classes.
That is garbage.
It's pretty silly. You guys should go and check out some of those videos. Yeah. But
they actually like took the videos and fucking uploaded them.
So, like they put up just a couple. Like he was watching a segment of it. Like he showed a 15-second segment of them talking or whatever. Yeah, because it's a paid access, so he could get in trouble for putting it out.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's sad. It's pretty much him exploiting the
not stupid people, but misinformed.
You just young kids that are following some star that has the fuck it cool attitude. Yeah, that they think is the right one because it made him successful, and now they want to do the same thing and drop out of school because he did. Yeah, and it's he pretty much just said school. You don't need school. It's pointless. First off, me and Bear who have before said that we don't think school is necessary. Yeah. But there are certain things if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an accountant, if you want to be like
right now I'm enrolled in school.
Yeah.
Because I do want to learn how to do computer design, and that's what I want. I don't think to say it's stupid. It's stupid how much we pay for this service, right? That potentially could teach us something that of great knowledge, but more so often than not teaches us something that we will not use in our career field. And you know, it's your own device. I mean, some people get a lot out of school.
And a lot of people
some people
need
don't.
School.
Yeah, it's structure and it's stuff like that. So, but some people absolutely do not, and they do better off like a trade school or like just learning themselves. Yeah, dude, more power to you. More power to you. Like straight up. That I really hope that everyone that does set out, whether it's a business adventure through college and whether it's just on your own fruition, I hope that it's very successful for you, and I hope it's the right decision. That's it, you know. But for him to play on these people like that, just like, yeah, you don't need it because I'm gonna show you the way. No, there is no way. You figured out yourself. Mm-hmm. That's really it. Like that, I think
there is never a way. I mean, what we were saying with this YouTube channel, you know how there's some people that put up a channel and in 6 months they have 12,000 subscribers. We're about to have it up for like 4 or 5 months. Only have 105. Yeah. That's because we have different requirements on how to make it big compared to other people. Yeah, we have a lot of things to work on. Yeah, you know, but slowly but surely, hopefully this video will do something.
I hope so.
Some relevance, add something, some spice. Yeah, but you know, if that's not what it takes to get that a kick, go to the next thing. Yeah, don't get pissed about it. Well, get pissed about it a little bit, but in the sense,
try harder.
Damn, we're trying, but that ain't it. All right, fine.
Or just try harder, you know? And that's what we're trying to do is like, we're not giving up on this. there's no way, shape, or form that either of us are giving up on this. We're just trying harder now, you know.
And then one day we'll have our absolute direction.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, guys, I think that's it for episode 20, and you guys have a wonderful week. Remember, keep washing your hands, you know.
Yeah. You're going to have to turn it off walking around and
yeah,
stuff,
no, that's
right?
fine. We'll keep these videos running and that video running until the music plays off. Yeah, so I guess, guys, have a wonderful week. You know, keep washing your hands.
Not
all
only
that
keep
stuff.
it real.
Yeah, keep it so real. Hey, by the way, let's run through our handles real quick.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can find us on Instagram at the Surreal Series, all one word. Twitter at series_surreal. Trev?
And then our subreddit, the Surreal / the Surreal Series. Sorry, I'm moving that. Who cares? We'll keep it from.
Yeah.
My
Twitter.
bad. I was trying to read this, but I realized it was this one.
That, yeah.
My bad.
No, you.
Yeah. So the Reddit / the Surreal Series. You already said the Instagram and the Twitter. The only thing else we got is the Facebook page, right?
Yeah, Facebook page. You can
Surreal
just find us
Series.
at the Surreal Series. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple, feel free to go to YouTube and find us if you want. We do have video now, so
Smash the subscribe.
yes,
We'll have
smash
to
that
announce
like and
that
subscribe.
on
Hit the bell
socials.
for notifications.
We'll have to come up with a minute clip to put out on Instagram.
And vice versa for the ones that are on YouTube. If you want to just find us, if you're driving one day and you're like, I can't watch the video, we are on Spotify and iTunes or Apple Podcasts.
But watch the video.
Yeah, exactly. Watch the video, give it a like, give us some comments if you like the videos, if you like us having video, leave a comment. Just be like, hey, what'd you like about it? What can we do better? What angles you might like? You know, just little things like that. I think it's perfect right now, but
For what we have.
yeah, for what we have.
Until
when
we get the actual cameras, put our mounts on, and
so.
there's so many things.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, wonderful week. Wash the hands. Stay away, from people that are coughing.
Don't buy Jake Paul's thing.
Don't buy Jake Paul's thing,
And
dude.
if you like video games, don't let people make you stop playing them because they think they're dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
And
play
also,
video games.
maybe check out Rocket League if you have any of the
League.
newer generation systems or a computer. So,
Rocket League.
all
It's an
right,
easy
guys.
game to run. You
Yeah.
can even run that on a Mac, and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a laptop.
All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Yeah, let's tune this. Why are you saying that?
This is a real series, baby.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for notifications.